So you've been stuck at home for the better part of the last 18 months. By and large, our economy is reopening, and you think right now would be a great time to revisit that postponed vacation from last year. You look into plane tickets only to realize the price has jumped big time from when you last checked a few months ago. Not only that, the prices of rental cars, hotel rooms, basically everything you might need has gone up as well.
So we're seeing big increases in prices for a few select goods and services.
Gus Fauché is the chief economist at PNC Financial Services Group.
He says prices in travel, hotels, and rental cars have driven the consumer price index up 5.4% over the course of the last 7 months, the sharpest yearly increase in 13 years. If you try to buy a used car right now, prices are roughly 40% higher than they were just a year ago.
But there is good news.
So I do think that a lot of the inflation that we're seeing is overstated.
A deeper dive into the numbers shows right now our price level, or how much things cost across the board, is about where it was before the pandemic. So that 5.4% is in reference to the prices of goods when everything tanked in the middle of COVID.
It is not looking to me like inflation that's really broad-based and has a lot of momentum. I think it's going to burn itself out relatively soon.
Josh Bevins is the research director at the Economic Policy Institute and says he sees these as temporary spikes as demand for goods and services rise. Take air travel. Many cabins reduced capacity during COVID, so the prices we're seeing now are factored into that decrease. Same with rental cars. Because few people were traveling, companies sold off their fleets, leaving the supply low as demand is now quickly rebounding.
You only have bottlenecks if demand is really strong. Like, it is a good thing that a lot of people want to do that travel that they couldn't do for the past year. It means they are feeling economically secure enough to do it.
Earlier this year, the federal government said it wanted inflation to rise because it had been lagging behind its average for the past few years, and that is happening. Experts say the only time to worry is if it persists for too long, which would then force wages to increase to account for the rise.
But until that happens, which again, experts don't think it will, it might be best to view this as something temporary and natural as our economy continues to recover.
I do think that these are temporary and that I think inflation is going to settle down by the end of this year.
I'm Dan Grossman.